Running a Fever, episode 55, just easing down.
Getting out a little late today because had several errands to run. Still light outside, and it's probably going to be quite a bit darker when I come back, I'm thinking. So I've been listening to some of the earlier episodes, and they were made when I didn't know much about loudness, so I'm going to go back and correct that. Some of them are very hard to hear, even in my car, while I'm driving on the freeway. So I'm going to go fix the loudness on those episodes. So if you've been frustrated before trying to listen to them, try again. By the time this comes out, that will be done. Loving life today, so I want to make it last as long as possible by staying fit, keeping my diet well under control, and getting all the medical care that I need. Diet report. So over the weekend I had basically a couple of 1,200 calorie days. Of course, I picked up a few pounds after my weigh-in last week. So I need to start easing back down again. But again, now it's going to be a very controlled thing. So going on the lighter side today, just a little bit. Taking the eastern route today. One bowl of oatmeal for breakfast, 100 calories. Fortunately, I had a yogurt still in the fridge, so my second meal, 80 calories. Lunch, I remembered that I had that Wendy's meal on the road, and decided to go to Wendy's, pick up a large chili, sour cream and crackers, 300 calories. So still under 500 calories at midday. Banana's about 100. So still under 600 calories. So I've got to probably aim for either one 400 to 500 calorie dinner. Cyclist with his own theme song. Always wanted to have my own theme song. It's just tough to carry those speakers around. Anyway, so meal number 5, and it'll probably be one of my favorite meal number 6s is 2 crackers with a little bit of peanut butter. Probably 20, 30 calories. So that'll put me at about 1,100, something like that. Gotta remember, over the weekend, I don't usually work out. Saturday, I did, just because Friday was all crazy. So I'm aiming for over 10,000 steps on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is when I normally do my trail workouts. So I'm not doing like 4 laps every hour like I did leading up to the end of the contest, but I'm going to do 3 laps an hour at work on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then 2 on the other days, so as not to overtax myself. Then I'm going to try to keep stretching out a little bit. Goal for today is 2 miles, so 1 mile out and 1 mile back. I'm on the eastern trail, still trying to push the strength envelope a little bit. Yeah, we're a quarter mile in at 1.75, going downhill currently. This is the biggest hill on this thing. It's not, when you get further into it, it's not really that hilly. It's just this one big hill. Hi, how you doing? Howdy.
Hi.
So yeah, this is 2 mile a week. Last week was 1.5 miles. Episode 21. Now, if you want to hear the episode in which I ran a mile, it's episode 21. That's the only episode in which I've run a mile. I meant to only do half a mile, and I did a mile, and it nearly killed me. And it's kind of fun to listen to now. But at the time, I don't know what was going on. I was thinking, wow, half a mile is this tough. I was trying to blame it on the cold and all kinds of things. So it's kind of funny to look back and hear, what I was thinking about that at the time. So yeah, we're just going to ease down. I don't want to cut my calories hugely. I'm going to go for 1100, and if that doesn't help, I'm going to shoot for 1000. And these are fine adjustments, but if you're keeping track of your calories, it's not that difficult. Because if I had the full 500 calorie breakfast, which I probably should, instead of having the 500 calorie dinner like I'm probably going to, I could easily adjust that by taking out 2 eggs. That's 100 calories adjustment. Or I could take out the oatmeal. That's 100 calorie adjustment. Howdy. Or I could take out one or both of the sausages, 130 calories each for the pork sausage. I can't remember what the turkey sausage is offhand. I think I've only had it once. Trying to eat down all the pork sausage in my fridge. And last night I had my last meal, but what was supposed to be the last meal was a smoothie, which I had originally calculated to be about 200 calories. I think it's probably more than that. One of those things I need to recalculate. And I also added honey this time instead of sucralose, also known as Splenda. So obviously that's a big difference in calories, more like 100 per tablespoon. So my calculations may be off a little bit as well. It may be that I can do 1,200 calories and not gain or lose any weight at this point. Should be fine. 2 miles. Well, that's the 2 mile marker. Got to go to 2.5 before I turn around. So anyway, that's my plan, is to slowly ease back down to my midterm goal weight, 204, 70 pounds below when I started in January. When I started this podcast in November, I was below 274. So I actually gained weight going up to that. Okay, I was occasionally trying to drink the shakes all the time. This one is much better. Probably the biggest thing about it is the 6 meals a day thing. Because I'm not hungry. A lot of times I just don't even think about food. I can deal with just about any temptation that comes along. If I smell fries or anything good that I love, part of that's habit. It's get in the habit of not eating that stuff, and so it doesn't really trigger, I guess, that craving, because I've got other things. But also, I'm not hungry. And if I am hungry, I know the next meal is at most 3 hours away. So I highly recommend that. It's taken me a while to develop that. The starvation thing did not work. I didn't even think to bring my light out. It's just that it's overcast. That's the main thing going on. And I'm gonna snap a picture of this big field that has apparently been bush hogged recently. It's kind of picturesque. Get that big sky. I love photography, and this activity of going out here where I'm not that far at home, but I can get pictures without buildings in them. And I like buildings, but when you see a beautiful sky, you know, you want it to be a whole picture of nature or something. You know, you don't just take a picture of the sky. There's no reference point. So it's good to get out here, and I looked at some of the pictures I took the other night. I thought wouldn't turn out at all, and looked pretty good. Took a picture of the moon. It was just like glowing there. But yeah, I love photography, so I hope you like some of my photographs. I've also put some on my other blog page at davisfalk.com, F-A-L-K. Wind's picking up a little bit, 2 1/4. Yeah, I got a pretty good pace going, a pretty good stride. And this is going to be long enough that it'll feel like I actually did something, which is good. I really am needing that. Up until now, it's really been just, you know, coming back from the injury, trying to get back out and get myself to a point where I can actually push a little bit. Just so gradually coming up in my distance and level of effort. Talking to somebody today about running and saying I'd be up in a couple of weeks, maybe running. I don't know. I just kind of thought I might be there 6 weeks ago, but I didn't. I decided to play it a little more cautiously, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm not in any rush. Still kind of dealing with, you could call it an injury. It's not really an injury, I don't think. And I think it's just that my body's all out of whack, like I said. And like the doctor said. But I'm recovering, and it's going to take a couple of months before I can do anything with my arm. I don't want to just do like left arm curls. It just doesn't seem right. Now, this is part of the course I've never been on. Once I started running, I didn't really come to this part of the course, I don't think. I don't think I got up to that. I know I got up to 2.5 miles, but I don't think I ever ran out this far on this part of the course. The eastern wing of Lake Fayetteville. And heading back. We've been talking about patience in recent episodes. Actually, it's been about 20 episodes. I think it's probably 35 last time that came up, but in a title anyway. But the topic kind of came up at work today, talking to a friend about building a business, and I know what that's like. And he talked about prayer. He talked about prayer and how he and his wife are really just praying and trying to put it in God's hands. And I do that too. And it's more of, I wish I could say it was intentional, but it's really more of a desperation thing. When I just get so fed up with the state that I'm in, I have to just say, Jesus, help me. Help me get through this. And what my friend and I believe is that how these things all work out, that's up to God. It's up to God. It doesn't mean we don't do anything. I mean, we have to do all the work. We do all the work with the tools He's given us, but how it turns out, there's nothing we can do about that once we've done our best work. It's all up to God. I don't really want to carry my phone, but I have to now because the weight of it is pulling my pants off. And I can't have that. I've got to find some sweatpants
that are more my size and maybe some that have a more sensible drawstring on them. It's actually pretty good weather for running, and there's quite a few people out. It's not terribly crowded, but not very long passes between people either passing me or crossing me on the trail. We're going up the final hill. This is a challenge to end my workout this way, but that's what we're out here for. It may literally be a walk in the park, but it's not figuratively a walk in the park. All right, top of the hill, it's all downhill from here.
Well, it was a good solid workout. Nothing, of course, like the one in episode 21. You really got to go back and listen to that one. And keep in mind that I ran 1 mile, not half a mile. But I definitely feel like I've done some work right now. My shoulder is hurting quite a bit. And Advil pretty much is taking care of that. But I probably should take it before I go out. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow and the next day. But right now, if I can handle that big hill and go 2 miles, then I'm pretty sure I can go 2 miles on the flat. And there are some hills on the other side as well, on the south trail from the marina. We will tackle that at some point as well. Working my way back to where I was and beyond. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hit me up, mail@runningatfever.com, or you can comment on runningatfever.com or on YouTube, and I will get the message. Until next time, keep the fever.
This is the Paddle Up Podcast Network. PaddleUpMedia.com.